Yes, sir. Ambassador Plays back in the building. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not just well, but swell. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Look, y'all, today we are going to be looking at some good gameplay from something that I captured on Spark and Zero the other day, man. So, but that's not, we're not going to be focusing on the gameplay. Y'all can watch the gameplay. Also watch me talk to me, man, because we're going to be talking about the title of the video today, and that is "People Are Unstable in 2025. Believe the warning signs." Okay, we're going to talk about a few different things, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about this because it's very relevant with the stuff that's going on in the world right now. So just a reminder for myself and editing, start the gameplay at 54 seconds exactly on the DP battle right now. So I'm going to tell you guys what's going to be happening in the background. This guy, this is DP Battles, and this guy, he had a metal cooler, and he tried several times to switch into his metal cooler and regenerate, and I'll just let you guys see what happens, because we did run the set. We ran all 3 games, and then after this, I believe that if I don't put it in this video, then I'll put it in the next video, but I might include some gameplay of how I did this future Gohan on DP with Vegeta. It was bad, but I might save it for another video, or I might just use that gameplay twice, who knows. But let's get into the topic of today's video, and that is, like I said earlier, people are unstable in 2025, believe the warning signs. Now, I took some very brief, I don't even know if I would call them notes to go as far as to say notes, but yeah, man, just some talking points, okay? And let's go over some things that have happened in 2025. Okay, now you have had a multitude of mass shootings in schools, right? Let's just pause right there. Listen, schools are supposed to be a place where you send your children to go and get educated, have fun, and to be safe, right? You should never have to, on the forefront of your mind, be wondering if your child is going to come home in one piece or traumatized, right? Like, you should go to school and your main focus should be, okay, like, is the quality of the education that my child is receiving, is it satisfactory? That should be the things that are on your mind as a parent when you're sending your child to school, not, is my child going to make it home safely today, right? So we've had a multitude of mass shootings in 2025. We've also had, if I'm not mistaken, a situation where like a Tesla Cybertruck driver or somebody drove their car directly into a building intentionally. Okay, there have been things happening all across the world, and the most recent thing that I've seen is a young man by the name of Raja Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson, body slammed a wrestler. And not only did he body slam him, he repeatedly punched him in the mouth after he was unconscious. Just to give you guys context, because I'm not going to put the video on the screen because it's most likely going to result in this video being demonetized and age restricted and all type of stuff. YouTube has already taken that video down on channels that are posting the video, so I'm not going to do that. But I will tell you guys what happened to the best of my ability. So the wrestler had smacked like a fake can, a prop can, on Roger Jackson's head, because Roger Jackson was there because he had a friend that was in the wrestling competition, not because he cares about wrestling. Okay, so when he was with his friend that does the wrestling competition, another wrestler who was in the competition of the event that was happening that night came up to Roger Jackson, thinking, after he's seen Roger Jackson's cameras on stream and stuff like that, he assumed, oh, he must be promoting the wrestling event that's going to happen tonight. Let me give him something good for film. So he smashes the can on his head. Roger obviously does not know any of this, so he gets very frustrated, and you can visibly see it in the video. Later on, the other people that work with the wrestling team, they were told, the guy who smashed the can, like, yo, this kid Roger Jackson, this young man Roger Jackson, he's not a part of the team, like, apologize, like, that's not cool, he's not a part of the team, we're not working right now. And so the wrestler apologizes to Roger Jackson. The problem is Roger Jackson was streaming the entire thing, and Roger Jackson took it personally. Now, it's important for you guys to understand that the wrestler apologized to Roger Jackson several times. He shook his hand. He said, my bad, I'm sorry. He may or may not have been intoxicated. Okay, to fast forward and summarize this to the best of my ability, from then, Roger Jackson had a call from his dad being kind of antagonized and just egged on to make a bad decision, essentially, because his father just was not given the best, he wasn't, in my opinion, he wasn't he just didn't help. He didn't help the situation. Okay, let's say that he didn't help the situation. And as you can see in the background, we absolutely obliterated his team right there. But his father didn't help the situation. And then on top of that, his chat rage baited him. And rage baiting is essentially when you do things just to bait out or fish out or get somebody to rage. And it happened successfully. And so he made up his mind on stream that he was going to body slam the guy when the event actually took place. The same guy that smashed a prop beer can or soda can, whatever, over his head. So he did this. He went into the ring. He picked the guy up, slammed him. After the guy's head hit the ground, he became unconscious immediately. And then Roger continued to throw these haymakers as if the guy on the ground had just punched his mother in the mouth. Or you would think that he had a very, very good reason. If we just see the clip with no context, you would think, okay, this guy had did something terrible to this young man's family. That's the reason he's throwing these haymakers on an unconscious man. Not the case. The case was the title of the video: Unstability. No self-control, instability, unstable. People are stable in 2025. So that's the situation, man. It's still under investigation. They're still filing their reports and all the different kind of stuff, looking at the evidence, which the whole thing was live streamed. So, all right, so I just wanted to give you guys that understanding of that situation so that we can really get into the topic of today's video and the talking points of today's video as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we are going to do. So I have a couple talking points for the reason of instability, man. And the first one I have is no healthy fear of a higher authority for the rules/laws. Okay, now when I say higher authority, I'm not just talking about God. Now, if you guys have been around the channel, you know that I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of God. But even outside of that, like as parents, as the people who lay down the law, as police officers or people who are in the office to make the laws, guys, we're supposed to have a healthy fear of those things. We're supposed to have a healthy fear of a higher power, a higher authority. And just think about your parents as a child, especially if you're my skin tone. You don't got to be my skin tone, but especially if you're my skin tone, guys, you know what it's like to fear your parents. Amen. You know what it's like to fear your parents, and it's a healthy thing that you fear your parents, because whatever they say, whether you agree with it or not, you are going to abide by the law of the land. Whatever comes out of your parents' mouth, that's the law of the land. And so as a child, you learn how to follow the law, how to follow rules and regulations, how to respect authority by obeying your parents. That's just how it is. And so what you see is, I mentioned earlier in one of the things about people being unstable, the school shootings that have happened in 2025, 2024 as well. In 2025, it's ridiculous. The number is outrageous. And why does this happen? Guys, guaranteed, I can guarantee you that 85 to 90%, if not higher, of the people who are engaging, the people who are the reason, the people who are the perpetrators of these school shootings, the people who are doing them, they did not respect their parents growing up. They had no respect for authority or higher power. They don't have respect for the law. And of course, they don't have the respect or the healthy fear for other people's safety, right? And guys, it's important to understand when I'm saying a healthy fear, it's like, okay, if I do this, I am worried that something bad will happen. That's what I mean by a healthy fear. And it's twofold as well. A fear is also like an understanding of consequence, right? It's not just a trembling, but it's a fear of the consequence and understanding of the consequence that comes with said behavior. Okay, and so this is what keeps a lot of people in line. This is what keeps people from doing certain things and crossing certain lines, because they understand full and well what the consequences are. And guess what? They fear those consequences. As you can see in the background, we destroyed that guy again. I hope you guys find it interesting how he's trying to heal up with metal cooler, man. Yeah, it didn't work. Your game plan is cooked today, buddy. It didn't work. But yeah, like the understanding of the consequences that are coming, it keeps people from doing certain things. And that's what we need. That's what it's something that is, oh my goodness, missing in 2025. Now, back to the situation with Roger Jackson, the young man who was on stream when he almost murdered a man like the interactions that he has with his father. Listen, I'm not trying to be the end all be all dictator or the judge of the relationship between Rampage Jackson and his son, but it doesn't seem to be the healthiest. There doesn't seem to be that respect, because me growing up, I'm not saying that he doesn't respect his dad at all, but I don't know if he has a healthy fear of his father, and I could be wrong here. I could be wrong, but just from what I've seen, clips and all these different kinds of things, especially on the internet, guys, I don't know about you, but I never cursed at my parents growing up. I never called my parents the N-word. I never told my parents to shut the F up. These are all things that I've seen Roger Jackson say to his father, Rampage Jackson. Now, I said I'm not sitting here trying to judge their relationship between father and son, but you guys have to notice a theme. Like the point, the subpoint that I have under this is like, yo, believe the warning signs. It's in the title. Listen, guys, these are warning signs. Young kids that don't respect their parents, that do whatever they want to at home, become young, unlawful abiding citizens, people who have no regard for the law and no regard for other people's safety, and they do whatever they want. When they're frustrated, their solution is not, okay, talk it out, let's have a reasonable discussion as to why you frustrated me. No, their solution is to let out this anger with this rifle. Let me let out this anger with this handgun or this shotgun, right? And so that's what I have for the first talking point. It is very essential. It is very important. It is very key that, you have a healthy fear of higher authority and for the rules and the laws, man. And that's wherever you go, whatever country, whatever city, whatever county, whatever state you're in, man, whatever environment you're in. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. The second point that I have is lack of accountability. This one is pretty straightforward, but it's like when you see these people who get in trouble, there's always an excuse. There's somebody blaming it on a mental illness. Listen, let me tell you something good, and let me tell you something straight right now. If I'm married with children. Okay, so if somebody, let's say I'm at QT, I'm at the gas station, I'm chilling, eating a hot dog, gave my kids some chips, gave my wife a burger, we're chilling in the car. Somehow, some way, somebody comes up to the car frustrated and they start wilding out, banging on my car door, not mine, the one by my kids. Do you understand that you will be in the emergency room within 24 hours of the moment you decided to touch your hand on my glass with my kids in the backseat? And guess what? Somebody, an advocate for this crazy person, an advocate for that person would say, they have mental health issues. Well, guess what? I'm going to have mental health issues right back. I'm going to have mental health issues right back if you do something like that to me or my family. Not even really me. My family, I don't play about them. No, sir, I don't play about them. Do not find out the hard way. And so this person gets what? They get a velvet glove instead of an iron fist when it comes to the law. They get a velvet glove instead of an iron fist when it comes to the law, because there's nobody holding them accountable. There's somebody giving them an excuse that they deem as justifiable for this unjustifiable behavior. A lack of accountability, it just promotes the bad behavior. Let me say that again. A lack of accountability, it just promotes the bad behavior. So now this person in their head is saying, oh yeah, I'm a wild out with my mental illness. It does not excuse that ludicrous behavior. It just does not, and it never will. All right, and then the last thing that I have on here for y'all is a lack of emphasis on learning prudence and wisdom. Now, I want to read out the definition of both of these words. So listen carefully. The lack of emphasis on learning prudence or wisdom and / wisdom. Okay, so the first definition we're going to look at is wisdom. All right, so the definition of wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Every single situation that I have talked about in 2025 from the unstable people, did they sound like good judgment? Did it sound like the quality of being wise? Did it sound like experience, knowledge, and good? No, it did not sound like that. Are you crazy? This is something that they're lacking. Why? There's no emphasis on it. There's no emphasis to go and pursue wisdom. That's boring. That's this, that's that. That's for old people. No, it's for decent people. As you can see in the gameplay, I started taunting on the dude because he was trying to heal, and I thought that it would be funny. So there's that one right there, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to go ahead and just show a little bit of some other random gameplay. I'm not going to show the other one because I can make the gameplay that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. I can make a whole separate video for that. So maybe I'll play a portion of it, but I'll just play some random gameplay. I don't know what you guys are going to be seeing yet, to be honest. But, you know, when you're watching it, you'll know. So, probably some Kakunsa. Yeah, y'all are going to see some Kakunsa gameplay. I can't see it, so y'all will be, it's on the screen right now. So, that's wisdom, man. That's wisdom, and that's what people are lacking in 2025. People are lacking common sense, let alone wisdom. But I seriously do think that wisdom is important, because wisdom is learning from other people's mistakes. You know, arrogance is just, you know, understanding that other people have made mistakes and choosing to learn it on your own. So, and that's Ambassador Play's definition on the fly. All right, now we got prudence. Okay, and prudence, I think this definition hits even harder, and this really lands the plane on what I'm trying to say. So the definition of prudent, right? You have prudence, and then that's a different form of the word prudent, right? So the definition of prudent is acting with or showing care and thought for the future. Let me run that back. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. Yo, that's what we're missing. We're missing with people who are acting with care and showing thoughts for the future. Yo, these people who put yourself in Roger Jackson's shoes. Do you really think he was doing that? He was not thinking about the future at all. He had no regard for the future, let alone the other man's safety that he was just wailing on. I mean, just wailing on. And so this is where we're at. This is where we're at. Believe the warning signs. Believe them. Believe them when people say, oh, I'll show you how much of a fake crash out I am. Believe them when they say, if you keep messing with me, I'm going to take everybody out. Believe them when they say, oh, I just want to unalive these people. I just have fantasies about unaliving people. Yo, all of these different kinds of things are warning signs, and every last one of them are warning signs to the unstable situations that I've presented to y'all in this video. The mass shootings, the Cybertruck guy driving his Tesla directly into a building. Yo, like Roger Jackson slamming the absolute sense out of a man for a misunderstanding that he pretended to understand, right? The guy apologized. He pretended to understand and pretended that everything was okay and that they were on the same page and that he had forgiven him, just to turn around and be rage baited by his chat, which is probably full of 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds. And now he potentially threw off the course of the rest of his life due to foolishness, a lack of wisdom. He did not adhere or fear a higher power. And this is not just talking about God. This is like the law. There's consequences for your actions, and he ain't have no accountability. People still making excuses for him. In his corner behind closed doors, you need accountability, dog. You need accountability. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video right here, man. It's been a while since I talked over one of the videos, and I included the face cam so I could be more personable with you guys. You know, I love y'all, man. Jesus loves you. And it's been Ambassador Plays. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you enjoyed this, man. Let me know what you thought down below in the comment sections. I can't wait to interact with you guys, because I think that this was a very relevant video and something that has probably been on a lot of people's minds. I know that my audience is older, my audience is grown, and so I know that you guys have your own thoughts. So definitely get at me in the comment section and let me know what those are. And until next time, I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.